Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was designed using Loren Sherman's script, which uses a combination of dot modifiers, like these, and line modifiers, which can be curvy or straight, which there's no straight lines in this design. I used all curvy ones to get the swirly tapered effect. And these modifiers, in combination with these 4 different shaped letter stems, makes our consonants. And then this design, as I mentioned, it's got the swirly sort of style. And with these letter stems, I sometimes have them protrude a little bit. So here's our word circle, and this is a letter stem. It's a shallow divot like this, except the lines kind of taper and stick out a bit. So like here's another one like that. Here's another one, and these are more all done like that. So anyway, let's go ahead and start looking at, and vowels. Gotta talk about vowels. Vowels are these smaller circles here. And they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are and if they're attached on one of these consonant stems. So all these little circles are vowels. That one is not a vowel. This is the vowel on this word. And then, yeah. So let's go ahead and read this design. So we read starting at the bottom and then going counterclockwise. But if you imagine an infinitely large circle, you would start at the bottom of that and just keep going to the right, which is why you read linear designs like this from left to right. So our reading path is like this. I kind of bounce up and down a little bit. But anyway, here's our first word. Here's the bottom of our first word. This is our first letter stem, and it's a shallow divot, as I mentioned before. And it has these 2 lines on it. So even though this is just one curvy line connecting back up to it, it ends on the stem once and then twice, so that would be a W. Shallow divot with 2 lines is a W. Then we continue around. Here is a vowel, and it's on the line of the word circle, so that's an E. So we, and then we have our next word, bottom of it's here, continue around. Here's the first letter we hit. So we don't count modifiers as far as the bottom counterclockwise order, only the stem itself. So these 2 dots are with this stem, which is in line here. So this is in line here, so this is a little bit first. So we start with this A, so A, and then we have this next letter, which is a circle inside the word circle, so we're in this row. And even though there's a bunch of lines passing through it, only lines that end on the letter stems count. So this counts because it ends, and this counts because it ends, but these don't count because they don't end on that letter stem. But these 2 dots sure count, so that would be a K. And this word is accept, which is spelled A-C-C-E-P-T, but in the script, the letter C is only used if it's in a proper noun or an acronym. And because the word accept is just a normal word, we do the phonetic substitution of the letter C to be a K or an S or a CH or an SH, depending on what sound it makes. So accept would be spelled A-K-S-E-P-T, so accept, accept. So here's the K, 2 dots on the K. And then we can turn around. Here's the shallow divot with 1, 2, 3 lines on it, so that's the S. Here's another E, just like that E, and then we have this circle inside the word circle, and it's got 2 lines on it. And then we have this last letter stem, which again, lines passing through don't count, so this is just a T with no modifiers. So there's accept, continuing to our next letter, word, bottom of it's here. This is the first stem we hit, and it's a circle on the line of the word circle, so that's a TH. Continuing around, here's an E, so this is the word the, so TH and then another E. So we accept the, and then we have the bottom of this word circle. Here's our first letter, it's in line here. It's a circle inside the word circle with 1, 2, 3 dots. So that would be an L. And then we have, continuing around, an O hanging out inside the word circle. So O's are vowels inside the word circle. Then we have this shallow divot here with 1 line ending on it. So that would be a V. And then we have the E at the end of the word love. And then we have another we, 1, 2 lines, and then the E, so bottom of it's here. So even though this isn't directly in line with the 6 o'clock position, because it crosses the 6 o'clock line, it still is read first. So this is the first letter, W and then an E, so we, and then we have this word, bottom of it's here. This is another TH, just like this TH. So TH, because none of these lines end on it. And then we have an I, then we have an N, and then a K, so T-H-I-N-K. Think, because here's a K with 2 dots, just like that one, and then an N has 1 line on a circle inside the word circle. And here's another we, done differently, bottom of the word circles here. This is the shallow divot. And then these two big sweeping lines are lines for the W. And then there's the E hanging out on the line of where the word circle would be. So consonant then vowel, we. And then we have our very last word here, bottom of it's here. This is a deep divot stem with 3 dots, making it a D. Another E, S, E, sorry, I'm looking at my title and I forgot the E there, because deserve is D, E, S, E. Then we have a shallow divot, 2 shallow divot stems. So I'm going to talk about these stacked stems here. So we have 1 shallow divot and then another one. And because these 2 are stacked, you read them thin to thick. So this thin one gets read first. So consonant stems, if stacked, read thin to thick. So this thin one has 1, 2, 3 dots next to it. So that would be an R. And then this thick one has 1 line on it. So that's a V and then an E. So D-E-S-E-R-V-E. So deserve. So we accept the love we think we deserve. And that's that design. I hope you like it. I really like how swirly it all looks. And then this little line here, and little line here, they're all just decoration, kind of filling in the empty space. So long as they don't actually end or touch on anything, they don't count. So it's safe to put little decoration marks inside the design. And they don't count for anything so long as they don't touch anything. So, yep, these are just decoration marks, these 3. But everything else is needed to read it. So, yeah, that's that design, and I hope you like it. Bye.